So
Okay, yeah, cool. That's a good idea. I like it.
it's
I don't
for
know what
more
the idea
bands
is.
and stuff.
Okay,
and,
yeah, right.
And acting, anything to do with stage.
Interesting.
So, Mark Taylor,
Paul James Nicholson.
you're an actor
So are you.
and a producer. Not me.
Not really.
Well, you're starting out.
Yeah. We can say starting.
Event organizer,
Somewhat.
director.
Not entirely true. No, let's just stick with the let's stick with the acting title. It keeps it clean and
Traveller.
thespian,
American.
troubadour, occasionally.
Tell me your latest American. Wait, tell me the last time you were American.
The last time I was American was 2 nights ago. My good mate Liam McIntyre, who we both know, Liam was putting down an audition on tape to send over to the States, and it was for what did they call it? It's for a pilot for a TV show, and they've called it a cross between Heroes and X-Men. When you think about it, Heroes and X-Men was pretty much the same thing. So the cross between, how exactly does that work? I don't know.
Because they're all mutants, aren't they? I haven't really watched Heroes, but they're mutants, right?
Yeah. You know what? I haven't actually watched Heroes either. I know it's got sexy Hayden Panettiere, the blonde girl, from.
Yeah, is she the one that can survive anything? Or?
I don't know. She's a cheerleader, and that's all I need to know, really. No, she's great. X-Men is great. So last time I was American, Liam had to put down this audition, and for what you do with the auditions, when you put them down on tape, there'll be someone with their face right next to the camera who will just read the lines opposite you. So that's what I was doing for Liam, and he was great. He's a very good actor, so it's really nice to that we get to do something together, even if it is just this trashy little audition that he's going to send over. So fingers crossed for that. As terrible as it sounds, it's called Alphas. Alphas.
How do you spell that?
Alphas. So
Okay.
not one alpha, 2 or more.
So these people are somehow superheroes.
I've absolutely no idea. It struck me as something kind of a little bit Matrix-ish as well.
Right.
That whole Mr. Anderson.
All the stuff that the X generation and Y generation also love.
Yeah, it's what everyone loves. So coming to a TV screen near you in 2011, I'd say.
Nice. And you and Liam might stand more of a... Did you audition for yourself to get into that?
No, I didn't.
Was he asked to? Has he got an agent?
Yeah, Liam's got his agent over there. So occasionally they'll send over something. Because unfortunately, not being over in LA or over in the States, you can't physically audition. So the struggle there for Aussie actors down here, especially if we don't have a working visa, is that we can put down auditions on tape, but it's never going to be the same as actually being there in person.
It's better. You have 50,000 tapes.
Apart from that fact, it's true, and you can pick out the best. And even I know that after Liam and I did that, and he sent that through to the agency in the States, they sent it back to him and said, do it again. We want this and this and this, and it's got to be.
Did he actually send something, or did he make it and put it on YouTube and then send the link?
I'm not sure. No, I think knowing Liam, he probably did, send them the footage itself. So it only would have been 3-4 minutes cut together or something. But the fact that you can have that 3-4 minutes and cut together, and someone over there is going to be sitting there. Well, hopefully for the 3-4 minutes. Maybe it's only 30 seconds, but someone's going to sit down, switch on their TV, and watch you for that 30 seconds, and go, or what's that accent he's doing? But no, Liam's got a fantastic American accent down. So.
I had a great directing teacher in Sydney. She's from LA, and she showed us some of the auditions that she'd had, and it was so interesting to watch these people who were all sensational, one after the other, all perfectly, the perfect look for each role. It's really the most helpful thing I think I've ever seen as an actor, seeing other people's audition tapes.
Seeing other people and seeing that
So
everyone's not shit.
Yeah, I want to know what they expect.
Yeah.
I mean, is it okay to go, wait a second, or do I have to get it right perfectly, be the character 100%? I mean, that's what I wanted to know.
They're weird, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't mind if you read, because you don't get set the scripts in advance in America, do you?
No. The majority of the time you would. But as everyone knows down here, it's the same situation. Sometimes you'll get a script, sometimes you won't. Sometimes you'll go in there and they'll just get you to improv stuff. Other times you'll go in there and you have to do that dreaded kind of, hey, I'm Mark Taylor. I'm with this agency, and have you got any commercials on air at the moment? Oh, no commercials on air at the moment. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh, I like stuff and I like to cook at home. Yeah, I bake cakes. Oh, that's great. So what have you been doing the past couple of years? It's such a wank. Like, what's that got to do with anything? You sit in your room alone
at night in the darkness doing this to yourself, don't you?
Well, what do you do? Like, I've got a friend who goes to those go-sees, the general castings, where they just ask you ridiculously simple questions that have nothing to do with the role that you're probably going to be auditioning for in the first place, just because they want to get to know you.
It's like trying to study an animal's wildlife behaviour in the zoo, isn't it?
That's ridiculous. What's the point?
It's like personality has no bearing on your talent at all.
It doesn't.
And neither does your identification details, which you could write down on paper.
Hence us being complete wankers and freaks. But I don't know, that's the funny thing about auditions. And I was speaking to a director a week ago, and he directs a lot of commercials. And we were just talking about the audition process, and especially with commercials. There are so many people putting in their 2 cents worth of what should go on. That it's never just the casting director making the decision, never just the director. Especially like with commercials, it's all about the client. And we all know that. But he was just saying there's just so much politics to it. And he suggested that the only thing you can do with an audition, especially with I'm talking more commercials, where they're going to take you on your energy and your enthusiasm and well, your look, of course, first and foremost, your look. But he loves seeing people who just go in and you're just completely you, and eventually that's going to be good enough. Don't go in and try and be whatever they're looking for, because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be, ever.
But that doesn't apply with an American audition where you're going for a movie role where you have to be the character as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, absolutely. I think commercials are so very, very different from real.
And it's not fair for people who are starting out, because how are they going to know? And you don't get any feedback either.
No, you don't. And that's what
So how
makes...
are you ever supposed to learn unless you go and do a class from somebody who's been in a lot of commercials or a lot of movies or TV shows?
Just by talking. I think that's what we've both discovered. It's all about just talking to people and finding out, okay, everyone else is going through the exact same thing. Find me one actor that's walked out of an audition and knowing exactly what all 3 people sitting on that audition panel are actually thinking. You just don't know, and you've just got to come to terms with that. You're never going to know. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just move on. And you know you're good. You know if you did a shit performance or not. You've got to get to that point where you can diagnose whether you've performed a good audition or not. And the only way you're going to know that is, did I do the preparation for the audition? Did I do everything I possibly could to show them 100% of who I am as an actor, and my talent, my skills, and what I could offer to it.
And in your experiences on the production side of things, the actors aren't really the most important thing out of everything, are they?
Oh, hell
they're
no.
a piece.
They're
the
a
puzzle.
piece.
Yeah.
It's all a piece, and everything's got to fit together. So, actors so very easily can all kind of mesh into one. How is your coffee?
Lovely.
Great. Mine's nothing. mine's putrid.
It's totally transparent.
I don't even know what it looks
right
like.
Through that.
I've had a lot of Cocoa Pops in here. Just like a chocolate milkshake. No, it's a long black with some hot milk on the side. And some people, the baristas will say, "No, man, that's a macchiato." It's not a macchiato. It's a long black with some hot milk on the side so I can choose how much hot milk I want to put in to said coffee.
And that's theatre.